Hello, Internet. The All Things YouTube Live show is about to start, but before it does, countdown timers going on. We have open Q&A all night. Get the questions going. I'll have my famous bald spot cam, an open mic. You never know what you're going to get. And, of course, some audio jams. Here we go. The stream health is excellent.
What you think about?
I always like my stream health to be excellent.
Let 'em burn it out. Sell 'em to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. Our brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
Welcome everyone. My name is Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube Live show, and it will be an open Q&A all night long type of show. If you have a question about YouTube, It could be about analytics. It could be about growing your audience. It could be about marketing. It could be about graphic design, because you need a lot of graphic design when you're on the YouTubes. Whatever your question is, ask it, and I will give you an answer just like that. This has been sort of a crazy Monday for me. I have been going a mile a minute. Lots going on. Lots of things happening. I barely had any time to do any marketing for the show. So the people that are here, you're the regulars, or you found me. So I appreciate that. Let's see who is in the house. We've got a whole bunch of people here. Hugh Demand is here. That's Wit Profit. Hello. Pressed for time. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad for the click. You watch as much as you can, and it's all good, brother. Marilyn W is here. Oh, got to do that for Marilyn. And Adams Exploits is back in the house. Says hello, Matt and YouTube. Well, hello. JV is here. Mr. John Ventrini himself. All night long. All night. Uh-oh. Do I have a reference to Lionel Richie? Why do I have that as an overlay? Somebody stop me. Jamie Rose is here. Jaden's here. Now with 2 purple hearts in his YouTube channel name. I dig that. Harneal Media, that's Mr. Steve Nealon. Welcome back, Mr. Steve Nealon. Oh, baby. Oh, look who slipped in. Almost didn't see ya. Midnight Scroller. That's Shay. Welcome. Oh, my goodness. Hey, look what I got down here. You can put your name there. That's pretty cool. You can use this tipping service here. There's a link in the description, and you get your name right there. Get some screen real estate for the show, and that's a cool thing for you to do. It has PayPal credit card, and you can overtake this person, and you'll stay there until someone tips over top of you. You could be there a minute, or you could be there for 5 shows. It's something else. Or you can overtake the top tipper in 30 days. That's Maryland. If you beat that price, that's a lot of fun that you can do. I also have a Patreon, top patrons. Thank you, Jerry Brown from Polly Wants a Crafter, Love Audio Production, Shalalala Productions, The Venture Forward, Driveway Workshop, Harneal Media, Wit Profit, and Rich Vibes. Thanks for being top patrons. Quick ad, The Venture Forward is a channel about recovery. If you or someone you know is dealing with addiction issues, you might find something on this channel, and the host is JV. He is in this chat right now, and he's pretty awesome. So consider that. If you want to do a paid ad, hit me up. We can talk. $1 patrons, thank you. Appreciate all of your help. Listen, my free content takes time, money, and energy to create. So anything you want to throw my way, even on the Buy Me a Coffee, it's all good. And when you do tip or use Buy Me a Coffee, you get on-screen shout-outs, which is kind of fun too. So yeah, there he is with the Venture Forward. That's when he airs. And he lets me on his Friday show. I don't know why he lets me on his Friday show. My goal is to bring the show off the rails, and I have been successful every episode, and yet he keeps inviting me back. I don't know what his deal is. Anyway, yeah, go check that out. John, you need to get me the links. You need to get me the links so I can promote them. I don't think there's any links out there yet, but all good. Yeah, she's rocking and rolling over there. And listen, I appreciate all of that. Adam says, I have my pre-interview for my live stream at 8 p.m. Woo-hoo. Awesome. I'd like to know more about it. Get me the details, and I'll promote it. You can't drop a link in the chat, but if you send it to me direct message, I can do all of that. Yeah, baby. If you have a question about YouTube, put it in the chat, and we can get this going. And one of the reasons, now I want to share something with you because I need your advice. I have some business decisions to come up with, and I have a dilemma. So I bought this item. It's the Stream Deck XL. It's very popular. A lot of people have it, but I am making icons for it. Look at these icons. I have handmade all of these icons, and the ones that mostly all of them have this nice, gorgeous glow to it. See how things kind of glow? Aren't they great? And then the custom folders have black backgrounds. And when I go down, and this is my super terrific awesome show, look, it changes to purple. I've got, the purple motif happening here. And then, when you do activate some of the scenes, it'll glow red on the scene that's you've touched. So it's reactive. Anyway, why am I talking about that? I'm making a lot of these icons, like a whole lot of icons. I'm going to have icons for all of the streaming services, so Twitch, YouTube, all of them, probably about 25 different companies, Apple, Microsoft, all of the streaming, all of social media. I'm going to have an icon for that. I'm going to have icons for the scenes that you can do. Like you can do we'll do like the two up in this, single host, different types of screen shares, all this kind of stuff. Like, so all of the different scene variations I'm going to have, so you can plug that in. I'm going to have icons for pet cams, for the dog cam or the cat cam, and emojis, lots of different emojis for sure. Like you can already see I've got the purple heart emoji for Marilyn because she always drops purple hearts, and when I hit that, then this overlay happens. So I'm building all this out, and I'm going to give them away. I'm going to give them away. So once I get this built out with everything I want, I'm going to bundle that up and have it in a mini collection. So the collection is going to be called the mini collection, and it's going to be pay what you want. I'll say regular $35, you choose your price. It could even be $0. And then that's how you're going to get it. I have a new digital delivery fulfillment partner called PayHip, PAYHIP, payhip.com, #not sponsored, although I am kind of partnering. When I say partnering with them, I'm using their service. And I'm really happy with it. When you make a purchase, the email address is captured, and it goes into my email newsletter system, which I use Mailchimp, #not sponsored. So I'm really psyched about that. But I have a business question about this direction, and I'm going to need your help with it. Look who's here. It's Mr. Dave Gadden. He says, "What's up, Piano Man?" Dave loves my piano playing. Not much, brother. I am super busy. Super, super busy. And, yep. What do we got here? Adam's Exploit. Great job, Matt. I see a side gig for you making buttons for creators. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So once I get mine done, and I've got all my calls to, I like the calls to actions. I put these in green. So if I want to do the call to action for my email newsletter, that's the Mailchimp logo. I could hit that. And then here's how you get my email newsletter. Definitely sign up for my email newsletter if you're not signed up, because that's part of my business question I want to have you help me answer. It's sort of. Yeah, they're kind of like stickers. Are the buttons like stickers? Well, each one of these buttons is a little TV screen, and you can control what's on that TV screen, which I think is really cool. But they exist digitally, so they're not stickers like this. This is a sticker. You can peel off the back and slap it on something. So no, they're not stickers in that respect. But yeah, now here's my business. My business. Oh, how much is the device? $250. This is $250 for 32 buttons, and this one is 6 buttons, and this one's $50. So, and they also make a 15 button version, which most people don't get. Most people get the XL, but anyway. Let's see. Marilyn says, the pay hip works great. Let's show Matt some love. We're all his work. Yeah, for all his work. Thank you. Yep. Oh, they are. Yes, they're digital. So let me show you the pay hip account here. So let me get to my store. I'll get to my store in a roundabout way. I'm still getting kind of used to it. Okay, so this is the store, and we're at payhip.com/allthingsyoutube. I'll put that in the chat. And I've got 2 products. I've got my content planning and marketing to-do list, and I've got my fun Windows blue screen error video overlay. You know that one, this one. So you can have that. You can have it for free right now. If you go to that store and click the item and then put what you want to pay and click add to cart or buy now, it'll ask for your email address and give you an instant download. It's literally that simple. And a little about me, and then I've got some social media links and a way to sign up to my email address if you just want to sign up for the email address there and other things like that. So it's super simple. Now, here's my business dilemma. And again, if you've got YouTube questions, put them in the chat now, or else it might be a short show and I might close it down early. So just ask me a question. Oh, Jamie downloaded the blue screen. Thank you, Jamie. Awesome sauce. Okay. Here is my question. For the email newsletter service through Mailchimp, when you send an email newsletter, you have the option of the to field being the person's first name or first and last name. Or you can just have it be the email address. And it is more desirable to customize your outgoing email messages by having the to field be a human readable first and last name rather than matt@allthingsyoutube.com. Like that could be in the to field, or it could have Matt Haas. They both still go to matt@allthingsyoutube.com, but one is just the preferred human readable way. And I think the chances of the email going into spam are less if you do that Matt Haas nicety nice way. Here's the problem. When you use PayHip, it only asks for your email address. So if I say I can keep this 0 and click, I'll just go right to buy now. And see, just the email. It doesn't ask for the first name. So here's my problem. If someone fulfills the order through PayHip, I'm only going to get their email address and not their first name or first name and last name. That's not going to be on there. And then when I send them emails, it's not going to customize the to field, and it might go into spam more easily. So here's the question. Should I keep this store hidden? Should I not publicize the store at all? And instead, just have people sign up to my email address. Like they could, for instance, they could come here to my website, allthingsyoutube.com, scroll down, subscribe to email. I've got my little email blurb here. Go in this way, and then put their email address, first name, last name, and hit subscribe. Like, because I can fulfill and then I could put the PayHip links in the body of the email or in the thank you message once you're fully in the email. So if I allow them just to go through PayHip directly, I'm not going to get first and last names, and then my emails might not be delivered. Should I funnel everyone down into email? Should the path to the store be through email? Or should I just let people go right to the store? That's what I'm faced with right now. I don't know the answer. Sounds like an HTML conspiracy. Hi, Jim Bashirs. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, join the Facebook. Who's in the Facebook group? Stream Elements is saying, get in the Facebook group. Poot. Question. Do you have a record/music audio separate for recording instruments playing and singing, or can you do it at the same time? Well, I have this, which can record the microphone separate from the instrument. So I have the microphone on slot 1, and I have the instrument on slot 3. And when I hit the record button, I can separate those two tracks. So the answer, Jamie, is I can record them separately. Now the real question is, can I sing and play an instrument at the same time? There's a two-part answer to that. One, I can't sing very well. And two, no, I can't coordinate actually playing the notes and singing at the same time. There's too much going on in my brain for that to happen. Tech Troublemaker is here. Welcome back to the channel. Is there a way to have your form complete the transaction on PayHip? Well, this form is the email sign up on Mailchimp, so that's separate. But this form over here, and I presume this form over here, maybe if you actually do put a dollar amount, I guess it's gonna have to get your name that way. I bet you this is gonna ask me. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm gonna get your name if you put some dollar amount in there, but or maybe that's the answer. Maybe I open up the PayHip store and I minimum $1 it. So if you want the items, you're just gonna have to pay at least $1. That way I'll get your first name. I don't know if I understood the question. Did I understand the question? Is there a way to have your form complete the transaction on the form? Well, I guess it depends on what form. Not the Mailchimp form. The Mailchimp form is completely separate. And yeah. It's better to get the email addresses even without the name. Otherwise, you are limiting the people who will. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So this could just sort of be a business decision. It's like, okay, maybe 2% of my emails will land in spam, but it's worth at least getting access to it. I like playing the guitar and singing at the same time. Well, there you go. Yep. Sammy Superstar is in the house. Yeah. Walking and chewing gum takes a lot of mental power for me. So, yeah. Well, eventually I want to share music, but I don't know what I'm doing. Listen, I started sharing my piano playing when I first started learning the instrument. And you don't need to be an expert. You don't know what you're doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Don't ever let I don't know what I'm doing stop you from publishing videos on the YouTubes. Please don't ever do that. People enjoy the journey, no matter where you are. Oh, there's Matt again. Oh, he's getting better. It doesn't have to be perfect. So don't, and definitely don't come off as an expert. I've never claimed I'm an expert. How long or how did you like the keyboard that I told you about on JV's stream with the MIDI? And yeah. That I like that $1,000 keyboard. That one was looking good. I don't think I'm going to buy a new keyboard right away. Like I said, I just did service this one. It's working great. Has everything I need. So I'll probably go another 6 months before it starts clickety clacking it again, and then I'll probably, I don't want to open it up again. I'll probably just buy another one at that point. Everything is a business. Yep, I hear you. Tech Troublemaker says, I've learned so much by not knowing what I am doing as opposed to taking lessons to teach me. I don't know what I am doing. Yeah, I learned so much by not knowing what I am doing as opposed to taking lessons. Yeah, I love to learn. I love to absorb knowledge. I never want to stop learning. Will this little app button thing work in StreamYard? Oh, the Stream Deck? I don't think the Stream Deck works with StreamYard. No. Maybe it does. I don't think so because it's web-based. And when you have a web-based interface, you have to use the keyboard shortcuts, Command 1, Command 2, Command 3. And you can get the Stream Deck to mimic keyboard commands like Command 1, Command 2, or Control 1, Control 2, Control 3. But the issue with web-based streaming services is if you're screen sharing, like say you're screen sharing Microsoft Word, and you're over there in Microsoft Word will be the active application because you're clicking in Word, you're using the menus, you're putting the flashing insertion point on the page and you're typing. And then when you hit Command 1, you're hitting Command 1 in Word. You're not hitting Command 1 in the browser, which has the app. So you can use StreamYard with web-based services like, you can use the Stream Deck with web-based services like StreamYard, but it will only work if StreamYard is the active application. So if you're just talking and flipping cameras and flipping scenes, then it would work. It can be a little tricky. I really like. I like the streaming apps. They're great. StreamYard has opened up a world of content creation to people who never would have entered into that space, because you can keep your content expertise and easily go live. I love those web-based streaming apps, but for me, I'm in love with the applications, with the physical apps that run on your machine. I use Ecamm. Ecamm is what I use. StreamYard now has hotkey functionality, says Dave Gatton. Yeah, well, good. Well, there you go. Plug it in, baby. Plug in your Stream Deck, and you'll be rocking and rolling. Can you do video with Audacity? Audacity is the audio program. And then you can manipulate the audio with Audacity. Yeah. I use Audition. I use Adobe Audition. You can kind of see it down there in my tray. Nope. This is what I'll launch it. Audition is another Adobe app, and it has to do with audio. That's how I do my podcast. I do my podcast with Adobe Audition. Yeah, here it comes. Well, I guess, Jamie, what did you mean by can you do video with Audition? So you do a video editor separate, then import Audacity file to a video editor ? I've got a lot to learn. Well, all video editors have audio control built into them. So you would need a pretty specialized use case to go outside of the video editor and use an audio app separately. Now, for recording the instrument, that makes a lot of sense for me. When I record my instrument, I do it in sort of a nerd type way, where I record the MIDI signals onto my iPhone, because I have a little free MIDI app. I think that's actually what it's called, MIDI space app, something like that. And it just records the key presses, and then I bring that into Ableton Live, which is a audio editor. It's called a DAW, Digital Audio Workstation, DAW, DAW for short. It's a kind of a dumb sounding acronym. And then I take those MIDI signals and I put an instrument on top of it. You can put bells, you can put strings, or you can put piano sounds, but I put the concert grand piano over it. And then I render the audio file, the MP3, that way. I could use Audition, or I could use Audacity, but I use Ableton Live. And then and you can use GarageBand as well. GarageBand is a free audio app, or digital audio workstation, or DAW. And then you can bring that in. But if you're just setting up your camera, you got your camera here, and like you're videoing yourself in front of the camera, and you're speaking while you're videoing yourself, you could just bring that video file in with the audio directly into your video editor, and never leave and go into an audio editor separately. So, but yeah, that's how it works. Can I use Ableton on Windows? Yes, Ableton is cross-platform, and there is a free or very low-cost version. I don't recommend Ableton Live. It's kind of a complicated app to run. This is the website for it. I was using GarageBand. I like GarageBand on a Mac. Are you Mac or PC, Jamie? But Audacity's free. Like you've already got Audacity. If you need an audio editor, just stick with Audacity. Audacity is great. There are professional podcasters who use Audacity. They don't need anything else. They don't need the fancy schmancy anything. So they just stick with Audacity. The only reason I'm using Adobe's version, which is Audition, is it comes bundled with my Creative Suite. So it's like it's there. I might as well install it. Oh, you're on PC? Yeah. Ableton is PC or Mac, and Audition is PC or Mac. Adobe's version, well, Audition is Adobe's version, is PC or Mac. GarageBand is Mac only. Yeah. But Ableton started out as like a beat maker, for composers or making beats, and it's a hard program to kind of wrap your head around. Now I'm using Ableton Live because I got it free with that white keyboard, that keyboard right there, not this one, but that one. It came free with that. And Ableton Live can export MIDI, where GarageBand, now Sammy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, GarageBand cannot export MIDI. It can import MIDI, but it's like a black hole. Once it goes in, it stays in. So I use Ableton Live for that. But anyway. Yep. Play the audio and record video like you are lip syncing. Yeah, that's another way. That's another way to do it. Now, I guess the big question, Jamie, is what video editor are you going to use? There's a lot of choices out there. Do you have a video editor in mind? Midnight Scroller says, what is YouTube etiquette for subs? Do you follow them back if they have a channel? Question mark. Great. The etiquette is you subscribe to channels that you think you would want to watch in the future. You should never subscribe to a channel you're probably not going to watch. You're just hurting the person that you're subscribing to. So yeah, if I am a big fan and I advocate for natural, authentic growth. Yeah. So I make a choice. You know, I'm like, oh, what's this channel about? Oh, I'm kind of into that. Click, and I'll do it. But yeah, you shouldn't feel pressure to subscribe to some channel that you don't want to subscribe to. Yeah. Well, video editors are fun to talk about. On Apple, you get one for free called iMovie. Now, I know you're not on Apple. Let's take a look. Free video editing software. Take a look. What are some good free video editing software programs that everyone likes here in the chat? This one I think is probably your best bet. DaVinci Resolve. A lot of people love DaVinci Resolve. Put that in the chat. This is cross-platform. It's fully featured, and I think it's 100% free. Yeah. Well, we've got DaVinci Resolve, free download, buy now, $2.95. DaVinci Resolve 17 free versus Studio, worth the upgrade. Okay, this will tell you what's the difference between the free package and the upgraded package. But DaVinci Resolve is really starting to take over as a competitor. There also is a free video editor called Blender, and Blender has all the features you would ever need. There are Hollywood movies rendered on Blender. Here's the caveat with Blender. Now, it is up there. The cream of the crop video editors are Apple only, Final Cut Pro X. That's what I use. It's $300, one-time purchase. There is Adobe Premiere from Adobe, Mac and PC. That's recurring costs, you know. It's premium, Adobe Premiere, and Blender. Those three, Final Cut Pro X, Adobe Premiere, and Blender, they're the best of the best. Blender is the hardest to learn, and here's why. It's open source. And open source software tends to put all of the information in front of you with lots of checkboxes, lots of pull-down menus, lots of choices. It's overwhelming. Now, if you know your stuff, you'll know right what to choose, what to ignore, and what to activate. The learning curve on Blender is the largest learning curve out of all of them. Apple's stuff is the easiest interface to learn, and Adobe stuff is real good too. That's kind of in the middle. But DaVinci Resolve is right underneath the three big ones. Final Cut Pro X, Adobe Premiere, and Blender. And then right under that is DaVinci Resolve. And DaVinci Resolve has a free product. And it is also very full-featured and a very capable video editor. Definitely. And they make a I think they make a graphics app too, like something similar to Photoshop, I believe. And that's supposed to be real good too. It's called Blender because that's what it does to your brain when you try to learn it. I'm telling you. Well, here's the thing about Blender. Not only is it a video editor, it is also a 3D model application, and it is a animation software too. So it can render the models, and it can animate the models, and it can manipulate video. It truly is a powerhouse workhorse of software. Now, here's the thing about Blender. When you're dealing with video, you're dealing with frame rates. Okay, it's an obscure setting. Most people don't even think about it that much. 24 frames a second, 30 frames a second, 60 frames a second, 120 frames a second. As you're pulling things into the timeline with Blender, at least this used to be the case, everything had to be the exact same frame rate or it would reject it. Like you would have to declare what frame rate you're working. And then if you tried to import a 30 frames a second clip into a 24 frames a second timeline, you'd get the big X. Because I was dealing with someone, it was like a collab, and it was like 7 people all wanted to put their clips. And the guy that was going to edit it was on Blender. He's like, make sure you send me 30 frames a second, or else I'm not going to be able to take, because he was on Blender. He didn't want to deal with it. Now, for Final Cut Pro X and Adobe Premiere, it'll allow it. And it will kind of crunch it, and it'll kind of do things. It'll manipulate the actual, it'll keep the raw asset the same, the source asset the same, but it will make it work behind the scenes. So that's what I'm saying, where Final Cut Pro X and Adobe Premiere, it will do things nicety nice for you, so you don't have to worry about this minutia. Not Blender. Blender, you got to worry about everything. But it is very capable. Like, again, Hollywood movies are edited with Blender, because whatever you need it to do, it can do. You got to have the brains to know how to do it and know where the complicated interface items are to do it. But it can do everything. There's nothing it can't do. I think I may try WeVideo. That's paid, but supposedly it's relatively easy to learn and inexpensive. DaVinci Resolve is too complicated for me. Yeah, but the problem is, though, video editing is a complex thing. Like, you can't strip out all the complexity or you won't be able to do anything. So, yeah, no, good on you. I'm glad you found something that you think will work for you, and I hope it does work for you. I try and recommend big companies that there's a large user base, and so if you have questions, you can go on the forums. Your stuff is out there. Like, definitely don't do Windows Movie Maker. That thing is garbage. Like, no, don't. Windows Movie Maker is a no-go, even though it's free and comes with Windows, apparently. But, yeah. Well, you want to take a look at some of my icons I'm making? I'd like to give everyone a little sneak peek at them, because I'm really happy with them. They're coming along great. So here are the ones I have so far. Kind of give you a snippet. Like, here's all the companies: Amazon, Apple, blah 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 blah. Jump into a few of them. See, they're full color, and they all have this nice, awesome glow behind them. They're really elegant. And let's see, I've got some emojis. Graduation caps, again, like, so if you have a course, like, you could do a call to action. Go to my course. What's a graduation cap's like a course. That's what I'm using that for. And then the scenes. So, I've got female, main, male in the small, small windows. And I got it reversed. The male big and the female small. Now these don't have glowing because they don't need them, but yeah, it is so much fun. Oh, here's the working file. So, look how complicated this is. This is like a massive Photoshop file. We've got and see, look, the glowing is separate. I just think it looks so much better with the glow. And look at how detailed this is. Like that's the that's the actual GoPro icon, but it's rendered in this gorgeous line art style. And look, if you have a Sony A6100 or A6400, that's the icon. It actually has the word Sony on the icon, and then the Alpha A that's up in the corner. Like, I am sparing no detail. Like, these are the highest quality. I'm really happy with the t-shirt. And look, so the t-shirt has a 50%, so it's like a light blue t-shirt on the light blue. And there's see, the inside of the t-shirt turns a little bit purpley. Or it can turn green or red. I mean, it's not just one color. So the transparency, I'm hitting the transparency very intelligently with the stuff. The companies are starting to come out really good. So I've got Windows 9. I've got Windows 7. I've got the current Windows. Who's in the vMix? vMix is the web-based or the Windows-based streaming software, Ecamm. And look, I have the Ecamm North because it's up a little high, and I got South. This way you can put your labels above or below. We saw this one, Amazon. This one's boring. They had a much better logo, Teespring. Now Teespring has a... And I'm actually finding... Oh, this one was hard. I'm actually finding the brand resources from these pages. So I will do like Twitter brand resources, and I will download the line art, and then I will get it in there and make sure it's perfect. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Windows Movie Maker and iMovie. I need something a little more robust. Well, maybe you found the perfect thing. Maybe you found the perfect thing, because those two are limited features. Easy to learn, but limited features. So yeah, I hear you. LOL. I have this slight inkling it's like mine. LMAO. It's a scary play. Oh, there's the Facebook. Join the Facebook group message. Hey. The second episode of the Super Terrific Awesome Show is this week, Friday, baby. Definitely right-click that and choose Set Reminder. Did everyone see my stinger for this? I can put that up on the screen. Are you ready for it? Here it goes.
Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome show. Super terrific, awesome show.
best $35 I ever spent, or $36 I ever spent, getting that music commissioned. So that's Sandy Archer and I are doing the Super Terrific Awesome show, and then I've got my All Things YouTube live show next week. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. I composed that music. So I gave the sheet music and the lyrics and said, go. So I'm really happy about that tune. I love the jingle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I beg you, get in on the email newsletter, because once these icons go live, that's how I'm announcing it. That's not the newsletter. That's my shop. That's my newsletter. There you go. Buy my t-shirt too. This t-shirt's a lot of fun. I gave out 10 business cards when people came up to me and they asked me, hey, are you on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. Boom, business card. Do I have that? Yeah, look at this. I was at this sporting event, and all you need to do is wear the shirt, and your audience comes to you. No fuss, no muss. allthingsyoutube.com/shop. That'll forward you to my Teespring store. But do get in on the email newsletter, because that's how the icons are first going to get delivered. You too can get one on Fiverr. Yes. Fiverr. Yep. Fiverr.com. Big fan of that site. I got this on Fiverr too. It's the Welcome to All Things YouTube opener. Here we go.
Welcome to All Things YouTube.
$5 I paid for that. Voice actress did that for me. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. All right, everyone. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for being awesome. We're going to have a topic next week. I'm sure next week won't get away from me like this week did. And, this Monday did. And thank you for being awesome. Get in my Facebook group. I have the Facebook group. This is where I answer questions. People are hitting me up with questions on the direct messages. I'm like, look, just go to the Facebook group. That way when I answer, everyone else can see it. I love doing that. And that's the website. I hope you're awesome. I hope you're not this. I hope you're that. And then I'm taking off. Thank you so much. Catch me on the interwebs. I got Mind Equals Blown on Thursday, and I got JV show after the Super Terrific Awesome show, the VF Talks, at 6:30. My Super Terrific Awesome show starts at 5:45, both on Fridays. Gotta go. Love you all. Take care. Bye.